Hi, my name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to another special edition of The Crimson Fly, process videos for The Crimson Fly animated webcomic. Today's music is Gods and Other People by The Passion HiFi. You can find links for download in the description below. If you'd like a version of this video without the audio commentary, you can check out the links in the cards or in the description, or in the annotations when they appear on screen at the end of this video. So, today's video, well, two things I want to talk about. One, the absence of, the dialogue, because the other part's not going to really become really apparent until halfway through the video. So let's talk dialogue. One of the interesting things that I was trying out for this strip was using substitute swears. While the target audience of The Crimson Fly is ages 13 to 25, aka that middle range of young person who is a bit of a nerd, grew up on superhero comics and never quite left the life, I do want it to be available for other people. And I have been told by parents of younger readers that they really do appreciate that it is all ages for the time being, and that I also do not swear in my videos. So that also means that getting a little bit creative with the swears. So at the first time when I was doing the dialogue for this video, for this comic, I used the symbol keys at the top of the screen, the way that I'd learned how to read them in the Asterisk comics. I understood that they were swears, but it was also up to my interpretation as to what those swears actually were. And then I decided that I want to get a little creative with them. So, insert your favorite swear for insult to a person became cheese weasels, and the little turd muffin became a little chisel. They're not actual swears, I made them up. I don't think I even made up cheese weasels. I don't know where I got cheese weasels from. But, yeah. I figured it would be a little bit of a creative challenge to come up with substitute swears. They're probably not going to age very well as time goes on. And for all we know, I might go back and rewrite these, not to use actual swears, of course, but to use something more colloquially appropriate at the time. Yeah, you never know. Besides, it's not so much what you're saying or what the words that you're using as what you mean to say when you say it. So yeah, that's the dialogue things. Point 2 is actually the absence of color. If you've been reading this comic for a while, you know that it's a sort of faux monochrome. Usually a single tone, black and white, but usually with a sort of emotion placed on top of the color. With blue usually representing calm or peace, yellow representing tension, purple, a little middle ground between the calm, a sort of false calm, and red being absolute danger. Now, as you might have noticed from this strip, there is no color whatsoever, not even in the Crimson Fly's sleeves. Shocker, I know. And what I wanted to represent with this strip was that this is the absolute lowest point for the Crimson Fly. Nowhere has he been, nothing has happened to him so far that is as low as being beaten, having no escape route, and having a gun pointed in his face. So I decided to get rid of all the color. Should return next strip though. In fact, there was a little inkling of it in last week's strip when the color started to fade in the last panel of that strip. The other thing I wanted to showcase is how far the sort of different moral dilemmas of our bad guys, in that our main villain is perfectly willing to shoot the Crimson Fly, and that his followers not so much. I don't think it came across well enough in the art and dialogue itself, but I wanted to convey the idea that having and using a gun is different for these characters, that it's a line that a lot of them refuse to cross. Not because I'm some sort of staunch gun nut, one way or the other in terms of gun regulation versus freedom of arms and all of that jazz, but mostly just to represent the different viewpoints. That there's probably a line here that's going to be that one person is attempting to cross that they probably shouldn't, and what the fallout from that will be, well, you'll have to read to find out. And that's it for this week's strip. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see here, and don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get notifications when I upload a new video. You should also totally check out this comic in its original form, links in the description. My name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and I'm signing out. I'll catch you peeps later.